Hi, this is Jeff from Airstream Nerds, and I bring some tools with me when we go camping. I'm not a full-time RVer, so I don't have as many tools as some people might have, but I'd like to just run through real quick and show you what I have, and maybe tell you a few things on why I have it.
Airstream song, cruising to the campsite singing our song. Airstream song, we are the Airstream Nerds.
So let's start. So I got a small little tool bag that I bought at Home Depot. This just basically keeps the tools that I use all the time. And then I have this larger thing that came from Home Depot also that comes apart. We'll do that in a second. So first thing I have these pockets on the outside. I've got the wrench for the X-chocks and the socket for my stabilizers. I got some pens. I've got some campground matches, and then a flint and a sparker. Never know if you're going to need those. I have a level for obvious reasons. I have a small metal file, pair of scissors, a notepad, a set of screwdrivers. This is just a small, a 6-piece set that I picked up online. A cheap tape measure. I've got a drill bit set, basically for the screw gun, different screw tips, some small sockets. I have a rivet gun. I have a pair of vice grips, a pair of channel locks, some gloves, an adjustable wrench. So these are just some cheap screwdrivers. Let's see what else. I've got a pair of reading glasses in here. Now I don't know how many of you guys need reading glasses, but just in case, it's always smart to keep a pair in your toolbox. I've got a pair of flush cutters for cutting wire ties or wires or something like that. A pair of wire strippers. I've got a pair of end cutters and a pair of needle nose pliers, and I have the trusty 8-in-1 screwdriver. So that's what I have in this toolbox. And then inside this toolbox, I've got another box that I had laying around that I just have miscellaneous sockets, small little tweaker screwdrivers, just all the little pieces and parts that come with things. I've got some razor blades wrapped up in here. You can see it's just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. It's easier to put it in this clear box because then I can see it. I can just do a quick look and see if what I'm looking for is in there. There's also a utility knife in there. Good to have those. And I use a notepad for if you have to take wiring off of something, you can at least write down what you've taken off of where, things like that. So this is real light. I use that most of the time. Now these things stay in the bed of the truck when we're camping. So we'll start with the top. Now they snap together. This was real cheap at Home Depot. So this is one of the really expensive ones. So in here I have some various repair things. This is a string that I use for like a clothesline when we're camping. Have some hooks in there so I can wrap it around a tree and hook it. I've got some hitch grease, some ball lube. I've got some repair tape if we get a leak in the roof or something. Rivets. I have fuses. I have some extra batteries. There's some different adapters and hooks. Electrical stuff. Couple of random, just like in your house tools, you end up with some random things from time to time. Whether it's parts from something you've purchased or something like that. I've got another box that's got some nuts, some various nuts and fuses for things in here. Now I went out and I checked, and I bought extra fuses for the hitch. I've got some extra light bulbs for our lights, fuses for things that we have in here. I did just buy a random set of fuses and put them all in here. This is an extra fuse for the solar system. A knife sharpener. This is another one of those elastic like little pocket netting things. I've got some Dialex, and this is electrical lube. Put this to keep corrosion off your electrical connections. I've got some stainless steel wire. Got some more clips for my lights, some Velcro in there. Now I've got a screw gun, the flashlight, couple flashlights, couple extra batteries. Now I had most of this stuff already. There's the charger for it. I have a multimeter. Don't scrimp on a multimeter. You use this all the time for whenever you have an electrical issue on the road. This will help you a lot. I got some zip ties. I've got some patching type tape. This is a small pump that I can use to transfer liquid from a water jug to our water tank. And so that's what I have in this box. And that's pretty much all the tools I have. And in the storage compartment underneath of this, I have a bunch of other things. So in order to keep everything in one place, so my hookups, my brackets for the electronics for in the cab of the truck, I keep in here when we're not camping. Again, that's the tire pressure monitor. This is the camera, or the monitor for the camera. I keep a rag basically. I've got a empty cup. So that's if I need to prime a pump or dump water in the top of the toilet or something like that. That is the tool for the hitch. My torque wrench. You've seen some of these things in other videos. I've got one of those cheap cloth grocery bags. Another set of work gloves. Another rag. This is my socket set that I use to, actually I'll be using this today to take off the socket in the hot water heater. This is my winterizing kit. Another set of gloves. Now I've got contact cleaner. I've got silicone spray, and I keep them in bottles because if they spray and leak, keeps it from getting all over everything. Little can of WD-40. Some larger wire ties. Now I use this socket to take off to do the stabilizers if my drill is dead or something like that. The hitch grip. I've got a small hammer. This is the tool for the what do you call it, the hitch motor. Got a breaker bar, small little hatchet. We're going to use this today too. This is to clean out my water heater, and I've got some spikes that I could use to tie down my awning or something like that. I also have another one of those clear boxes, and in here I have plumbing stuff. We're going to use some of this stuff again today. So I keep some Teflon tape. That's the device that I use to blow air into our system, which is going to get used today. I have stopper, just odds and ends, leftover aerators for when I did that upgrade, some gaskets, things like that in here. So like I said, I just have a collection of stuff that I can think of for when we're on the road of various things that could happen. Now, by all means, this is not a complete set of tools for someone who's taking extended length trips, or someone who just wants to have everything that they could possibly ever need. I'm not going to be able to. You're not going to be able to do that unless you're full time and you really commit to it. I tried to keep this small so it didn't take up a lot of room in my truck. When I'm not using it, it just stays in here in the camper, sitting right here where it's at, and I just got to figure out the puzzle on how to get everything back in here. Anyway, if you have any suggestions or you have any tools in yours that I don't have that I could possibly use, or maybe I've forgotten something, please let me know in the comments below. Subscribe, hit the like button. This is Jeff from Airstream Nerds, and I'll see you on the next trip.